Thanks so much for staying here on the AM show. My name is Benedict Osu. Time to talk sports. And our first story this morning, there is trouble at Premier League side Ashanti Gold as the Ghana FA has revoked the provisional license of their coach Kasim Gokildis with immediate effect. Now, according to the FA, it cannot authenticate the UEFA A coaching license of the Turkish trainer. Here are excerpts of the FA statement.
The Ghana Football Association, per its checks with both the German Football Association and the Turkish Football Federation, is unable to validate the authenticity of Mr. Gokildis' license. In the foregoing, the provisional license issued to Mr. Gokildis is hereby revoked. Consequently, the GFA will delete his name from the competition management system, and you are by this letter requested to cease using Kasim Gokildis as your head coach, filling which the necessary sanctions shall apply. This directive is with immediate effect.
Well, let's stay with the FA. And yesterday, the top hierarchy met the 18 Premier League clubs to discuss relevant issues relating to the ongoing Premier League. Now, on the Star Times broadcast deal, Premier League clubs were informed that the total amount expected from Star Times for this season is $700,000 out of which each club will receive an amount of $30,000. Yes, $30,000. The remaining amount will be used to partially support administrative, the merit awards for positioning on the league table, and also officiating expenses. Clubs were also officially informed that the total cost of officiating for season, that's the referees and match commissioners, will amount to 1,377,000 Ghana cedis. And the GFA reminded the club officials that head coaches are mandated to attend post-match press conferences. Yes, I'm stressing on this one because that's where my interest is. Post-match press conferences mandatory for head coaches to attend after every league match, and also advised to ensure that coaches and players conduct pre-match press conferences ahead of matches. Well, we still have to stay with the Ghana Premier League, and it is going to be match day 10. It's been 9 match days, but the name on every person's lips is Victorian Adebayo, who plays his football for Inter Allies. Well, he has taken the 2019-2020 Ghana Premier League season by storm, and it's not surprising his name is on the lips of many fans. Now, the Nigerian has scored 8 goals in as many games, coupled with 4 Man of the Match awards and 3 assists. Well, my colleague George Addo Jr. visited the striker making waves at training ground yesterday.
Inter Allies may be 11th on the Ghana Premier League log, but they certainly have a man who is making huge waves in the Ghana Premier League so far. Out of 8 games, he scored 8 goals and has won 4 MVPs in great games in which he played. As well, he's managed to get 3 assists. So much for the young man in the space of 9 match days in the Ghana Premier League. Victorian Adebayo is the man we're talking about, and we're here to find out what makes him tick, what's really working out for him here at Inter Allies, and why he thinks he may just be the goal king at the end of the season. He has always been at home, in his home away from Niger, scoring and never looking back. The Nigerian, in his second stint with Inter Allies, is coaching the 2019-2020 Ghana Premier League with excellent performances coupled with deserved end products, goals.
Adebayo. Je viens du Niger. J'ai quitté pour le Niger pour venir au Ghana pour jouer le championnat du Ghana. Parce que je n'ai pas habité de jouer le championnat du Ghana. Mais maintenant là, je suis bien rentré au Ghana. Je suis bien rentré au Ghana pour rejoindre le groupe là. Comme on ne se connaît pas quand je suis venu, mais un peu de paix avec les entraînements, avec les coachs. J'ai habité de connaître tous les joueurs, quoi. Maintenant, je suis bien avec les joueurs, tous les joueurs. Bon, quand je suis venu pour la première fois, je n'ai pas habité de rester moi seul. Mais un peu, je suis habité de rester moi seul. Et maintenant, là, je suis à l'aise au Ghana. Le Ghana, là, c'est bon.
Quite simply, the defender's nightmare. After 9 match days in the young season, 8 goals in 8 Premier League games, and has snatched 4 Most Valuable Player of the Match awards and provided 3 assists already in a little space of time. And his closest pals, Abanga and Mahmoud, know exactly what it means to have Adebayo on their team.
His first season here wasn't easy for him because of the language, and he wasn't all that close to people because of the language. But we understand his language, let's say the Hausa language, we try to entertain him for him to feel like home. So through that we became as brothers.
Frankly speaking, I've never met a guy like him before. I've been in the Ghana Premier League for I think 5 seasons. I've never seen a striker like him before. He's super. Wow. Off the field, in the field. He's always super. I've never met a guy like him before. Striking point. Well, talking about striking, he is a striker. Whether he shows it in the pitch or not, in a match, he just delivers. He do his as a Adebayo. And we know in the field of play, he always delivers. We have so much confidence in him, and we know what he's capable of doing. So I think with that.
Adebayo, who signed for 5 times Danish champions Vigil Bold Club after his first stint with Inter Allies, is excited about the reception upon returning and is looking to impressing more this season.
Bon, moi, je n'ai pas joué 9 matchs, j'ai joué 8 matchs. Comme le premier match, je n'ai pas pu jouer ça. Je suis venu en retard. J'ai joué 8 matchs, j'ai marqué 8 buts. Bon, moi, je ne parle pas beaucoup. Je reste le parole pour les journalistes, quoi. Moi, mon travail, c'est sur le terrain. Moi, si je suis sur le terrain, là, je fais mon travail. Je marque seulement. Je suis tellement content, je suis fier de moi-même. Je suis fier de mes amis encore qui me donnent les ballons que je marque.
Technical team head Lem Henrik and head coach Tony Loco have their eyes on their captain, who's leading by example.
We've been here to talk a lot about Adebayo and what he brings to the team. I'm sure you've seen him in the 2 weeks you've come so far. You've watched him. What are his qualities?
Well, of course, first of all, I think he's very good 1-against-1 dribbling. And then also his left foot is very good. The way he finishes is very good. But it's also important for me to say you're making a lot of hype about Adebayo. He still has a lot to learn. He's a good player, he makes a lot of good goals, he can go very far, but he has a lot to learn.
As a coach, what do you have to say about the talent you have in Adebayo?
I'm happy, though he's been in the team for long, but in my time, he's performing better than before. And I believe it's about the collaboration and whatever thing we tell him to do, and he's doing exactly what, and then he's getting that goals as well. So I think it's a plus for the team and plus for him as well. If he's working better as expected of him, I believe he will be able to crown them with the Gold King as well.
Inter Allies are 11th on the Ghana Premier League log. Certainly not where the 11-1 boys want to be. The target has always been to remain in the top 4. With Adebayo in the boat, everyone is confident.
I don't know the word to use for him as a person, but he's fantastic. Fantastic. We know that no matter what, he's going to get a goal for us at the end of the 90 minutes. Even if he doesn't show much of training.
Comprehensive report on Victorian Adebayo, who is doing amazingly well in the Ghana Premier League. 8 goals from 8 games for Inter Allies. Very, very impressive. So that's George Junior's report. That report will be shown again when you join us at 2 on Sports Today, a major sports bulletin on this platform. Well, away from the Ghana Premier League and Victorian Adebayo, the Ghana Table Tennis Federation has become the first federation in the West Africa region to acquire ultra-modern equipment ahead of this weekend's Chairman's Cup. Now, President of the Federation, Marco Afajinu, disclosed this during a media session and open board at the Accra Table Tennis Center at the Fantasy Dome Trade Fair yesterday.
We are here today because we now have a facility which is like none other in the whole West Africa sub-region. And that's the result of the very positive collaboration with the owners of the Fantasy Dome, who also love table tennis. We have Mr. Leslie Queno here, and they have partnered both the Accra Table Tennis Center and the Ghana Table Tennis Association to have this facility. And so from this weekend, anybody who loves table tennis and wants to play the game in a top-class facility, which is which would be the pride of any city in the world, can come to the Trade Fair Center, to the Accra Table Tennis Center at the Fantasy Dome. Now, we are going to have our season opener, the table tennis year for 2020, on Saturday with the Chairman's Cup, as is the tradition. And so on Saturday, there is an open, and we open it up to every Ghanaian who plays table tennis and believes that they want to be able to compete. So that's at the level of championship level, and that is competitive table tennis. Now, in addition to competitive table tennis, what we've done is to create the right space for recreational table tennis. And so what this facility does, what this partnership has brought, is the space where at every point in time, we can have up to 32 table tennis boards. We can have people from all walks of life come to play. We can have the very brilliant professional type, championship level, elite table tennis players played. And then we can have the ordinary Joe guy on the street, the ordinary Yao, the ordinary Kwesi, the ordinary Kweku, the ordinary Amasewa coming over here to play. And what it is that once the facility becomes operational from next week, it will be open from 11 a.m. in the morning to 11 p.m. in the evening every day. But Accra Sports Stadium is still available. We'll still have some tables there. Those who want to go to Accra Sports Stadium to play the sports hall, you can always go there to play. What you have here is a world-class facility. So Accra Sports Stadium, on the upside, we're doing 5 boards. Here on the upside, we can do 32 boards. That's an exponential jump.
So Marco Afejani is chairman of the Ghana Table Tennis Federation. Well, away from that, a group of bikers embarked on a trip from Accra to Akosombo to donate over 2,000 exercise books to a local school in the area. Here's a report put together by Sarah Bidiako.
Over 100 bikers took part in the 2020 edition of the Bikers Lives Matter. In the first edition, bikers rode from the Accra Mall and made stopovers at La Paz, Medina and Adenta, where they distributed flyers to drivers and shared safety tips with them before reaching their final destination, Peduase Valley Resorts. But this year's event took a different turn, a charity ride from Accra to Akosombo. Bikers converged at the Accra Mall and got ready for the trip. After they were given safety tips, the team set off. At Akosombo, the team donated over 2,000 exercise books to the Wesley Methodist School. Also, 6 brilliant but needy students were awarded scholarships. Here is Fifi Hayden, Deputy Director of Bikers Lives Matter.
The rationale behind this donation is teamed love. Once you are giving back to society, once you are helping these young ones, you are spreading love. And once you have love, love conquers all. Love conquers a million and many troubles. Once we are spreading this, through that is a message we are preaching out. If you love your brother, you are not going to do your brother harm. If you love your sister, you are not going to do them harm. Once that is synced in, everything settles. The main focus of this donation is to still preach safety. Safety on the road, safety everywhere. No one can take care of you better than your own self.
Thomas Isiape Jr., Director of Bikers Lives Matter, was happy with this year's event.
Today's event was on charity, but the main concept behind this charity is we are sending a message across to the public. Now, we've gotten to realize that bikers are mostly not respected in the public roads. We've realized that the drivers are mostly kind of intimidating bikers on the public roads. So the message we are passing across is we are saying that a biker's lives matter. Whoever is in the helmet could be your mother, it could be your friend, it could be your father, or it could even be your boss. So all we are trying to say is that drivers should look out for bikers, that even if we are in error in any of their road traffic regulations, they spot us and then they are able to assist us.
Electroland Ghana Limited is one of the main sponsors of Bikers Lives Matter. Adiza Ibrahim Sadiq is in charge of marketing.
Anything that has to do with charity, if we look at it and it is laudable, we don't hesitate to come on board. This is not the first time we have supported bikers. We have done it with them like a year and 2 years ago. We go to orphanages and we donate to them. So this one is also laudable. That's why we are on board. Anything that is positive, like I mentioned, we look at it and then we hop on board.
All right, so that was Asari Vidiako's report, and that's how we end sports here on AM. I'm Benedict Tosi. Thanks for your company.